Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. I am 59 years old, and I have gone through my financial struggles. I actually had to declare bankruptcy back in the 90s because I ended up having medical bills. I had a flesh-eating bacteria in my knee that literally just about killed me, and I spent 2 weeks in the hospital with three operations to save my leg and to save my life. And because I didn't have insurance, it literally was $70,000, which in the mid 90s was probably about like say 300,000 now in medical bills. Be that as it may, I've learned over the years, and I've been seeing all these videos of young people that are $2,000 a month car payments. And people say, well, why are you so worried about it? They can afford it. Well, can they? Repossessions of cars are on the rise. I have found a channel that I absolutely love because I literally cannot believe the financial illiteracy that is actually here, because I don't think people understand what they're getting into and how the game is actually played. Let me play this clip here of Yusuf talking to a woman who's got a $1,300 a month car payment and is $25,000 in the negative on what she owes. And people are mystified why they're in the negative. Let's go to the tape.
Stephanie, how are you? This is Yusuf with Legacy Motor Cars of Georgia.
Hey Yusuf, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I am calling on your 2021 Kia Telluride that you're trying to trade in for our 2018 Toyota Highlander Limited. I have some notes here from Sandra.
First of all, you're trying to trade in a 2021 for a 2018. You're getting an older car. You're getting a car that's 3 years older. Okay.
Good looking deal, but tell me what you got.
The Kia has about 47,000 miles on it right now. Bought it for around 39,000. I don't know if you remember the Mini Cooper I was trying to trade in.
I remember. Long time no speak.
Yeah.
So you got approved. That's crazy.
Yeah, I did 12,000 rolled over actually. And then I added warranty to the car too. So
just a mere 12,000, right? Rolling over into
I know it's crazy. I know. I added warranty and out the door. It almost ended up being like 60K.
So understand. Here's what she did was she rolled back money from the other car into this car. Okay, negative equity means you owe more than what it's worth. I don't know if you guys understand that. Equity means that's the value beyond what the value is.
But my mom, she was able to co-sign for me with like 15% interest. So I pay like...
So, mind you now, her mom's tied into this. If you're getting a 15% interest rate tied into it, probably her credit score isn't that good either. But go on.
$1,300 a month. I just can't afford the car anymore. I broke over my man and I need something cheaper. And I saw the 2018 Toyota Highlander. And I mean, since our last conversation, I've been seeing you on TikTok and I learned so much from you. And I really just wanted to call again to see if we could work together because, yeah, I need to find something cheaper.
All right, I'm going to be honest with you. You are pretty much in the same situation you were about 6 months ago. Off here says you owe $54,000.
My God.
Yeah, you owe paying $1,300 a month.
My God.
I know you I know you have those two repos on your credit. So
oh my God.
A good $30,000, right?
30,000?
Yeah, 4,000. You're gonna have to put between $25,000 and $30,000 down because you still have to have some money down for the new vehicle. You might be at $1,500 a month. So you just kind of put yourself in a really tough position now. And the smart way to play this is just to pay the vehicle off as quick as possible. Or you have a good car that will be able to be refinanced. I mean, Stephanie, there's nothing I can do for you.
Yeah, so I might as well just stick with the Kia for now, huh?
Yeah, stick with the Kia for now. Like I said, just pay it off as quick as possible.
Okay. All right. So here's the thing. This is the trap that they set for you. Okay. Because you see, oh, I just see that car. I got it. That's my dream car. I literally heard one of his videos yesterday where somebody was saying, that's my dream car and things, and I can afford it. No, you can't. No, you can't. Okay, let's do this. Let's do a little exercise. So I'm trying to teach you a little bit about the game and why she's 25,000 in the rears, because she ended up taking her car, trading it in, and they just took the money that she owed on the car and they added it to the new loan. So let's say right here, okay, this is one of the Hellcats, okay, that everybody wants to get. This is a 2018 with 12,635 miles. That sounds pretty good. $53,000. Now you say, well, that's not a bad price. It's not. $50,000 car, okay, wouldn't be what I would do because it's all for show. And I would say more than likely with the V8 engine that's in there, and you're going to get young people that are going to be racing it and stuff. So I don't know about the longevity of this. I don't know that you want this car for over 100,000 miles. Just saying. Good thing is this one has low mileage, but it's 7 years old. So think about this for a second. You buy a new cell phone, I'm sure, every year. What was a cell phone like 7 years ago? What was a cell phone like 7 years ago? Because that's the technology that went into this car 7 years ago. Be that as it may. If you want this car, do you think would you pay $110,000 for it? Would you pay $110,000 for a car that's 7 years old? And you're sitting here saying to yourself right now, what are you talking about? It's $53,090. Yeah, but that's not the real price of the car. Let's go to an auto loan calculator, because this is where you don't understand too much, okay? Let's go through here. This is actually a loan calculator. So we're saying the cost of the car, the sticker price of the car, and maybe he gives you a deal, or or he's going to try and sell you underbody or something like that, right? $53,000 for the car, $53,900. Some of you guys are taking out longer loans because you don't want to have that high payment. So you can set this calculator up so you can figure this out yourself. Some of you are paying interest rates as high as 28%, I'm seeing. So let's say I want to keep my payments. Look, my payment right now on this car, if I put $10,000 down, I take $10,000 out of my pocket and I put down on this car. So really, I'm only financing $43,000. Now, you got to pay sales tax on this, and there's title and registration and the other fees that also go in there as well. So by the time if you are getting this car at 28% for 7 years, it's going to cost you $116,000. And it will be 7 years from now before you pay it off. So now we're talking about 2032 before the deal is done. Okay. That's not the worst of it. That's not the worst problem that you have. It's like when you take out a loan, the lender, they gonna get their money first. Okay? Because I want you to look down here at the harmonization schedule. Harmonization means how the loan is broken up. Okay? So you have the principal, which is the cost of what you got that loan for, that $43,000 that you borrowed from the lender. The interest is the money that you're paying on that loan. So that first year of that loan, if you, assuming, and we'll look at different scenarios here, if you end up getting that loan, the first year you're going to actually pay $2,356 on what the actual loan for the car is. but you're going to pay $12,000 to the bank in interest. So now you've got a car who's a year older that you've only taken off of what you owe by $2,356. See, each year the amount of interest will go down and you'll pay more in the principal. So by the 7th year, there's only $1,960 in interest, and you're actually paying $12,000 in the principal. So when he says you're upside down, it's because the first 2 years of the loan, you are paying them $23,000 in interest and only $5,000 on the cost of the loan. Now, you can reduce it because you're paying $56,000 in interest. Let's say you drop down to 15% interest. Okay? And we'll calculate. You go from $56,000 in interest to, lo and behold, only $27,000. And your payment drops to $847. Wow. That's $350 a month less just by having a better credit score. Okay, let's do this. You want to finance these things for as little as possible. Let's go to 60 months. 60 months, your payment does go up to $1,000 at 15%, but you're going to pay it off 2 years sooner. And you're going to go from paying $56,000 in interest to only $18,000. So the total price is only $78,000, which is still outrageous to me. If you go down to about a normal one right now would be 8% interest. You'll need better credit scores. Lo and behold, you're only going to pay $9,500 in interest, and your payments would be $890 for 5 years. Mind you, the car will still be 12 years old. So ideally, what you want to do is, and take a look down here at the Harmonization, because it's only an 8% interest and because it's not for as many years, now you're paying $7,000 that first year on the principal of the loan versus only $1,900. And instead of them getting $11,000 from you in interest, you're only paying $3,200. And so now your $43,000 loan that you took out, at least after the first year, it's only 35%. Now here's the thing. I'm going to tell you what you don't want to hear. What you don't want to hear is fix your credit. It's more important for you to fix your credit. My dad said to me a long time ago, he said, son, always take care of your credit. If you have credit, you can do anything. If you don't, your cash doesn't mean shit. And no truer words have ever been spoken to me. Here's the thing. And when I look at the comments here, people are like, why are you, they can afford it. Bro, whether you can afford a $2,000 a month payment doesn't mean you should still get ripped off. You shouldn't get ripped off. And you are a hiccup away. If you have to have your mom co-sign for you to get a loan and you're living in their basement, it means you don't have a pot to piss in or a window to throw it out. What you need to do is get your credit fixed and stack cash. And what you do is, instead of saying, it's my dream car, get yourself a car. $10,000, $15,000 car. Finance it for 3 years. Put $1,000 down on it. If you have $10,000 to put down on a car, take that $10,000 and pay it on your debt. Pay it on your debt, because that's going to reduce what you owe and your credit scores will improve. And let's take a look. See, here's the thing. You do this for 1 year. If you really want to buy that car, you can buy that car relatively priced. So let's say you go out, even if you got the bad credit, and you buy a $15,000 car. Let's say you finance it for 48 months. And let's say your credit is shit. And we say it's 18% interest. Okay? You're not going to put $10,000 down. You're going to put $1,000 down. And title and registration is not going to be that much on that car. We'll say $900. And let's calculate what you got. Okay. You now have a $400 a month payment. Okay? $400 a month payment. And even at 18% interest, what this is going to do is you make sure that that's paid on time every month. Every single month. And what you do is you end up paying more on the principal because that's going to reduce the amount of interest on there. And if you can afford to spend $1,000 a month, pay $1,000 a month on this vehicle. And guess what? In 14 months, you'll own the vehicle and it will still be worth some money. So now, after 1 year, you've gone through, you've paid off your credit card debt, which means now you're not just spending that minimum amount on the credit cards. Those are gone. You now have a vehicle. Maybe it's not your dream vehicle, but you own it outright, which now means it's an asset, which means it's got some value, which means you can sell it. Don't trade it in. Don't trade it in because they're going to screw you when you trade it in. You're not going to get the maximum amount for it. You can sell it yourself. And since that car that you bought, if you bought it at a good price at $15,000, I'm sure it's going to be worth $13 or $14. You now have $13,000 or $14,000 in your hands. You've gotten rid of some of your debt, or hopefully all of it, and you've got better credit scores because ultimately, let's go back to our calculator here. Let's say you then want to get that $53,000 car. I still wouldn't say do that. And let's say you finance it for 60 months. And because you've now spent a year paying off your debt and fixing your credit scores, you get 8%. And you have $14,000 because you've saved the car on your down payment. And let's calculate. Now, in 5 years, you've got that same car for $809. You're only financing $39,000, and you're only going to pay the bank $8,641. And here's the great thing: you've taken your maxed out credit cards. You don't owe that. You now have a credit score, which will help you to get the better loans and maybe get out of your mom's basement. You'll have less money in debt going out, and you have your car in a year. That at least when you buy it, take a look at the amortization. At least $6,700 is going towards the principal, and you're not getting hosed where you're going to lose the vehicle and be upside down and continuing to roll in more negative equity and just getting in deeper and deeper. I know what'll happen because as I speak right now, there's fools and their money parting that are out there right now. I don't care about all. Man, who cares about that? I just want my car. The repo lots are filling up, people, left and right, because they're screwing you. Hope you guys enjoy this. I hope it'll help some of you guys because in the end, If you can save that kind of money every month and get out of debt, your life will be so much easier. We'll talk about 6 months worth of savings for your bills next time, because that's the next thing to do. Get yourself 6 months worth of bill money together. So if you lose your job or some shit happens, you don't have things repossessed, because that repossession, that's going on your credit, and that's going to be there for 7 years. And it means you're going to be in that endless cycle of paying too much for things. Have a good one. Peace.